Hey guys, it's me, Michael, and today we're playing Aliens vs. Predator on the PlayStation 3, also available on the Xbox 360 and the PS3. We are going to play as a Colonial Marine today because I'm pretty stoked about Aliens Colonial Marine, even though it's taken forever for that game to come out, and I'm kind of scared it's going to be terrible because it's been in development for so long. It's probably going to look like a 7-year-old game with 7-year-old mechanics. Hopefully I'm wrong. This game kind of let me down, but it's still fun. You get to blow up aliens. The saving and all this stuff is kind of weird. So we'll play as Colonial Marines. One of the downsides of this game is that it basically modeled everything after the Aliens vs. Predator movie, which sounds like something that maybe you were that sounds straightforward, like that was something you should do, but
Sir, we're ready to
unfortunately
How old do you think it is?
those movies were terrible. And this series, including the comic book and the game series, came out way before
Procedure.
the movies did, so I'm sorry, I'm trying to adjust the sound. Hold on. That's supposed to be Lance Harkinson, the guy who played Bishop, and I guess he's modeled after Wayland. And of course, all that shit becomes null and void if you watch Prometheus, which I guess would be more canon than Aliens vs. Predator, but whatever. That looks nothing like him. Luckily, I saw the trailer for Aliens Colonial Marines, and Bishop looks a lot like he's supposed to. So this basically fulfills everybody's dream that's seen aliens, that want to play a game to blow up aliens and be a Colonial Marine. Alien 3, excuse me, it's not Aliens 3. Alien 3 kind of wasn't the kind of action movie that Aliens were, but I watched Aliens not too long ago, and that wasn't really much of an action movie. It just had more action in it than the other Alien films.
Understood, Marlowe. We're...
But,
Unknown vessel detected.
anyway, what the hell was I gonna say? Sorry, dog's walking around. I took her bed off the floor because it's getting disgustingly hairy and it's in my way, and I don't think she knows what to do. And she has her little tags and it's making a lot of noise and distracting me, and ADD unfortunately kicks in at its best. So we're all going to this same planet. I can't remember if it's Earth or not, but it has like those pyramids from Aliens vs. Predator, which are terribly boring environments. The Predator missions are very restricted, not free roaming like they should be. I remember the first two games being a lot better on that were on the PC. I don't want to watch your guys' story.
Oh, we lost you, kid. Take your time. Look around slowly.
I guess we have to have one of those little calibration things.
You took quite a knock to the head during the drop. Take a stick. You'll feel better. Your squad bugged out.
So you start out with a shitty pistol that you don't want anything to do with.
You missed a hell of a fight. Power's down all over the colony. Use your
But the alien missions, you crawl on the walls and stuff like that. It's kind of disoriented, but it's not terrible.
and if you need more light, pop a flitter.
But I had the most fun playing the Colonial Marines because it has the tension with that little radar. But anyway, as I was saying, Alien 3 wasn't the
I'll send an objective.
action-packed movie that I think game designers were hoping it would be. So most of the Alien 3 games that came out were basically like Aliens, except Sigourney Weaver was bald. That's the only difference, really. And you weren't on the derelict ship or what is it? Hadley's Hope or whatever it is. I can't remember the name offhand. Alternate firing mode. Doesn't really help me. One thing I don't like about this game, and Halo is just as guilty of it, but Halo is a better game, so it has a better excuse for not having it, is you can't look down your sights. I think every first-person shooter, you should be able to look down your sights. I think that's ridiculous. Luckily, Alien Colonial Marines, you can look down your sights, but I'm afraid it might look as dated as this game. I would suggest you get this game either on PC or Xbox 360 if you want to play online, because nobody really plays this game online. Where am I supposed to go? I need to follow my radar. I'm not going to play any of the Predator or Alien missions. They're quite boring. Predator missions are a little bit better. Some people like them the best. The Alien missions are the weakest. Shoot gas canister to proceed. I can't remember if you can walk through fire or not. I really don't care. I'm sitting really close to the TV and having trouble seeing things, so I can talk on the mic. The thing that makes this mission good is that radar alone. If it didn't have the radar, there would be nearly as much tension, and I don't think it would be nearly as interesting. But if you want to play Aliens vs. Predator game, they'll look extremely dated. Definitely if you can. I don't even know if modern computers even support it anymore. Play the originals. I mean, the character models will probably look like they were constructed out of Legos, but they're so much better games. Part of that is because a different company made them. Rebellion made this. Which Rebellion isn't a bad company, because they made Sniper Elite 2, which is an amazing game. At least I think so. Alright, I'm interacting with it, but I can't do shit. Oh, I gotta hold it. It sounds like a face hugger or something. I can't remember. A chest burster came out of him. Hold to interact. I don't know how shitty this is going to look on the computer screen, because it looks like the computer screen has a decent amount of brightness, but I can't see. One thing you gotta remember when you play this game is do not forget to save your game manually, otherwise you will be screwed when you start the game from scratch. Halo 3 does that too, and I'm mentioning the Halo games because I haven't had an Xbox 360 that long, so I'm getting to play older games that I wouldn't have gotten to play if I just had a PlayStation 3. And Halo 3 doesn't save on its own, which I just finished. Now I'm playing Halo 4, which looks like a completely different game. The game's gorgeous, but one of my bitchy complaints is that you can't aim down your sights. I don't care what universe it's in. I just took a stim pack. I'm so used to playing so many different kind of games. Like triangles or flashlight. I think maybe in Half-Life 2, which I've been playing. Which I forgot. That's such a great game. That game, you know, out of some of these modern games that don't age as well, Half-Life 2 hasn't aged a bit. I still enjoy it a lot. I forgot how much I enjoyed it. Like I said, if you didn't have this radar, there'd be like no tension in this game whatsoever. The lighting's pretty good though. I think that helps a little bit with the atmosphere. As long as Alien Colonial Marines is fun and stuff, I'm scared it's gonna be boring doing the same thing over again, but as long as they keep a good deal of tension, I think they'll be alright. Now, I wish I had the pulse rifles like you do in Alien. You do get that eventually, but not to begin with, which sucks because I want one now. But it wouldn't feel like I really have one because it can't aim down the damn sights. Which Halo 4, you can't aim down the damn sights too. When I first tried to play that, I was looking for every conceivable button combination to be able to do so. The only thing you could do is click in the button, the right thumbstick, and some of the things zoom in you can aim with, which is from the other Halo games, but I thought that they were gonna change that since the game's been out for quite some time. Hold to interact. Alright, what terrible thing just beat me? Alright, I'm looking. They must be things crawling over me. The best thing in this game to do, which is probably the thing that makes the most sense, is not to freak out, because then your aim gets all wobbly. So that was your first taste of an alien. I do have to say the aliens and Colonial Marines look better and slimier. But this game starts out really good, and then it just goes downhill once you start going into those pyramids with the little alien and predator etchings in it, where they have to fight each other in some sort of like hunting game that they play, which is just, I don't know, it's just not that interesting to me. Once you start getting to the pyramids in this game, I basically lose all interest. I forgot. You gotta.
Don't forget, you got stints.
I'm fucked. Make sure I take my morphine. You gotta wait till the acid's off of them before you can walk over them, otherwise they'll burn you. At least they kept that true. But again, out of all things, I know it's Alien versus Predator, but you should have based it on the separate Predator and Alien films, and this game would have been gold. And if you could aim down your sights.
Real shame the rookie got left behind. Sure, he's wet behind the ears.
Yeah, these things that you can hold, and you can listen to Wayland or whatever.
Tequila out.
I guess it's the Wayland Yutani Corp now. I have no idea when this game's supposed to take place. I think it's supposed to take place sometime after Alien 3, where they're actually breeding the aliens. I don't know. I don't really care. Like, the Alien versus Predator time canon is so messed up, I don't even care. It's right up there with RoboCop versus the Terminator. Cool idea, but it doesn't really matter. Follow the friendly arrow. One thing I'm concerned about in Alien Colonial Marines is you actually have to take your radar out, which is movie accurate, but that's gonna be stressful. But I did see that you have like a little icon, it'll start beeping for you to take it out, so that's a little bit helpful. Until you get your pulse rifle, this gun is a worthless piece of shit and makes something that you can take care of quickly a lot more difficult. Turn on my light. Accidentally use a stim pack. I forgot how to use flares. And now I remembered how to use flares. Aliens don't like the light so much. I hear pulse rifles, so maybe I'll get one. If you ever watch Acid Glow's channel, he plays in a multiplayer on this all the time. I cannot tell you offhand whether he plays the Xbox or the PC version, but he seems like a PC person. Shit, that thing is right in front of me. I didn't even see it. Give me a pulse rifle, you assholes. Yeah, don't step on the acid.
Damn it. It's up to you now, rookie. Get your ass to admin pronto.
Oh, I heard pulse rifles.
So stay frosty, rookie.
That is not a pulse rifle. I'm using a freaking secondary weapon here. This is not a primary weapon. What colonial marine doesn't have a freaking pulse rifle? Or at least a smart guy? Come on. That's bullshit.
Still locked in admin with no power.
I deserve to be dead. As I walk around without one either. I totally would steal one though if they'd let me have it. See, this game starts out interesting. This is a lot like the environments from Aliens and somewhat Alien 3, except you're not in some sort of prison and you're allowed to have weapons.
Picking up movement ahead of
You're not surrounded by a bunch of monks. You would probably better yourself doing that, but it's like, I want you to go in the most possible dangerous place ever. Oh, I think I heard a predator laugh or whatever. You really don't even see predators as a colonial marine until later in the game.
I'm locked in the next room.
Colonial marine versus predator, no. That fight's kind of
I saw some lying
a
around.
little bit more difficult. It just sucks. I just think of the possibilities if they like combine like maybe like Predator, Predator 2, and Alien and Aliens. More Aliens. Alien,
Good job,
like
Ricky.
you didn't
I
have
guess
any
we're
weapons. In Alien
How's the
3 you
head?
didn't have any
Come on
weapons.
in and grab yourself a pulse rifle, kid.
I know nobody likes Alien Resurrection, but at least they had weapons.
What the heck was
Oh,
Wayland
you
Town up
freaking
to
dick
down
tease.
there? It's Xeno
You
Central
have
on
a
this
freaking-
rock,
oh.
and these bugs don't just pop up unannounced.
I
And
won't make
don't
fun
even
of you
wanna think
anymore. I
about
have one
hostiles
now.
that popped in out of nowhere
With the
and took out
pulse
the-
rifle.
Anyway, listen.
This looks
I
terrible
think I can
for a
control
pulse
some
rifle, by the way.
systems from here.
All right.
I'm being critical because I've been watching
Repeat.
videos of
This is Connor. I spotted
Aliens Colonial Marines, and I just finished watching Aliens for the millionth time not too long ago. This shape looks like a pulse rifle, but that's about it. Unless this is some new version. The trick to this is do not
I can
use
give
your
you one
grenade
name. He's a
launcher
little clumsy, but he's a Xeno killer.
in close range.
Proceed to the club. and give
Right?
him some
Nobody
fire support.
cares. One thing I
gotta
do
stay
like
here
that
and
they
get the
did with
rooftop
this
sentries
game
back
is
online. Give him hell, Ricky.
what they kept with the movies. They write things on their armor, and they got tattoos and stuff. It's not like some generic player model or something. Why would I even want to switch? For this video, this is the only weapon that I want. I don't have any grenades, that's good. I might not blow myself up. Hey guys. I'm gonna get my drugs. I'll be needing those. when they get close, you have to push the shoulder buttons pretty quickly, and you can evade them a few times. Oh. Or now it doesn't seem like as much as a challenge, except they barely give you any ammo. Yeah, you turn the sludge. I could have been a little bit better with my aim, but you know, can't win them all. The frame rate stuttered a little bit. Shame, know your name, but it's pretty consistent. You're not gonna get into any really outrageous situations in this game. I've not played this on multiplayer because by the time I got it, virtually nobody played this on multiplayer.
Quit hanging around out there.
It's a pretty PlayStation 2 looking background.
Janie, my wife.
Which if we stayed here, I wouldn't mind. It's just
Couldn't pull it off. So I got a knife.
if you want to listen to
Just burned
Follow the arrow on your
diaries, you can, but it's kind of like Doom 3, where you have the diaries. My train of thought just paused there. Go figure on a Mikey's Video Game Madness video. So weird to say Mikey's Video Game Madness when I talk about myself like in the third person. It kind of makes me feel a little bit conceited. Oh well, fuck it. Oh, an elevator. Or what some of you call a lift, which makes probably more sense. Just like football versus soccer. Like football is like such a better name than American football, like, because they only kick the ball once in American football. We always have to be different, but apparently when I was looking up why that was, there was some sort of version of football that was called soccer that started like in England, and somehow the name stuck over here. I don't know much about the sport, but apparently there was a variation that was actually called soccer, and that might be common knowledge, but I myself didn't know. Club Eden. See some movement here. You know, they try to mess with you, sometimes show things on your radar, but a lot of times there's nothing. I don't have an arrow telling me where to go. I think this is where you gotta fight a shit ton of aliens. Yeah. You got strobes, aliens. I accidentally used a grenade. Luckily I was aimed at him or her. I guess they would be mostly female since they're like workers. Although these might be warriors because they're running at me. The workers are the ones that hide in the walls, and they have smoother heads. That's one decapitated head you don't really want to mess with. Oh shit. Alright, I'm dead. And that's about perfect timing. That was Aliens vs. Predator for the PlayStation 3, also available on the Xbox 360 and the PC. If you have the option, stick with the PC version or get the Xbox 360 version. I wouldn't pay a lot of money for either version just because it's not the greatest game in the world, but if you could get it for 15-20 bucks, you won't like feel like you got ripped off. I think that's a fair price. And the only reason why I say get the PC or 360 version, because you're going to probably be able to play with more people online. Plus the PC version probably looks better, but there's nothing wrong with the PlayStation 3 version, just nobody plays it online. And they probably shut down the servers by now anyway. With Xbox Live, games stay on a lot longer, at least for now. I don't know what Microsoft will do in the future. But thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed me dying and complaining about not aiming through the sights. Alright guys, take care, thank you, bye.